Big, Brave, Bold, Sergio. Written by Debbie Wagenbach. Illustrated by Jamie Tablason. Sergio liked swimming with the snappers. He felt big when they scattered the minnows. He felt brave when they played soccer with the snails. He felt bold when they plucked tail feathers from the ducks. Lately, though, Sergio noticed how others quivered when the snappers swam by. This bothered him, but when he mentioned it to one of the other snappers, Big Clay nipped at him. Don't let any squishy feelings stick to your shell, Sergio. You are a snapper, and snappers hate squishy feelings. Squishy feelings will make you soft and weak. Sergio did not argue, but he wondered more and more if this was where he fit in. One day, the snappers picked on a tiny fish named Gil. Let's have some fun with this morsel of pond scum. He's not even big enough to taste, snapped Big Clay. He snatched Gil's glasses and Flipper flung them to another snapper. Gil zipped. Gil zagged. Gil zigged. But he could not grab his glasses. Bury them, Sergio, demanded Big Clay. Sergio turned to dive and came face to face with Gil. At that moment, Sergio did not feel big, brave, or bold. He felt small and squishy. Maybe he was getting soft. He tossed Gil his glasses and let him swim away. The snappers glared at Sergio. They called him names. They flicked sand in his face. They threatened to kick him out of the group. Sergio tried to fit in, but he just didn't. He buried his belly in the sand and sank into his shell. The next morning, Sergio felt a tap, tap, tapping on his shell. It was Gil. My friends and I are playing hide and seek, he whispered. Would you like to play? Sergio sighed. Me? Yes, you, bubbled Gil. Sergio dug out of the sand and swam off to play. Soon he had many new friends. He quacked with the ducks, snoozed with the snails, and blushed when the minnows blew him kisses. The snappers fumed. They hatched a plan. One day, they shoved him in the sand, tangled him in seaweed, and snapped at his tail. That's what you get, they hissed. Sergio untangled himself and pulled inside an old log. At dusk, a commotion stirred the water. Sergio peeked out. Across the pond, Big Clay battled a hook and line. He twisted, he turned, but he could not break free. That's what he gets, thought Sergio. But as he watched, Sergio had that squishy feeling again. Big Clay needed help. With a shout, Sergio whished through the pond. Water splashed and bubbles churned as he leaped and snapped the fishing line in two. Big Clay dropped into the pond as the rest of the snappers stared. I had it under control, Big Clay said, but that was cool. Do you want to come back and swim with the gang? No, thanks, Sergio said. Let's just all be friends. Gil sped over to Sergio. They gave each other fin to flipper high fives as all his friends cheered for big, brave, bold Sergio.